And he turns his eyes to Anushka and the doctor and says, "Well, we've still to find Colette, but now the news he's been captured by the Doloro."
The doctor will just sort of hang his head at the news.
Wait, so he's alive? That's better than I was expecting.
Yes. I think he's alive. He got covered in grapes.
Covered in grapes.
They're covered in... Excuse me?
This is Thor chimes in. He says, that would be the Lutherists' magic. One of the, No, I get them confused. Hold on, I have books. I'll look it up.
Well, I think I have this one over here. I think it was the Path of the Vine?
The portfolio of vines is also the portfolio of Dominion over Death. So, well, Well, I suppose you're one of I'm from the cast of those who toil, and you're from the cast of those who fight. So I suppose you do what you do, and we do what we do. This is gonna make it more difficult for my original plan of stabbing Della Vega.
That that would be more complicated, wouldn't it?
I
mean, yeah, but it is good to see you, Connor. As long as there is life, there is hope. They have wine, so
they do.
Just a little bit left.
That's the big advantage of studying Lutherism, is you can have wine every day of the year.
Oh crap! I forgot. The irregulars roll that I just made. We're all drinking, right? I have carousing.
Yeah.
Can I throw carousing in there?
Oh. Yeah, why not?
Drunk people are easier to convince.
So you get one more person.
A bonus D12 to any social roll made when alcohol is flowing.
That's one more.
There you go. One more. So what's your total to now?
One from the ally, 2, 3, 4. I guess I have now 4. What did we say they were? What species?
We'll say boars. You guys are
boar pilgrims, then, I guess.
Remember, if you're recruiting your allies using carousing, you're gonna get hard drinking ally.
Well, the only people around are the pilgrims traveling to the monastery, so boar pilgrims is what I get. I just got them while they were drunk.
Some of them might be teetotalers, but not the guys you recruited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I also throw out, are there any criminals around? I got streetwise.
Yeah, we'll say... Sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just going to say, I will appraise Connor of the situation where we know where Colette is, that the Baron is terrible, and that we have a path around with a guide. We could always climb it, but it will be dangerous and tough.
I'm dangerous and tough, so it's a match for me.
But you see, I'm not.
Come now, Doctor. You're the toughest thing I've ever seen. I don't think I could cut you with my blade.
Perhaps in some ways, but I never have done second story work.
I indeed, says Chip, and second story work would only get you to the first of 5 plateaus on this climb.
I tried to climb with a knotted rope once, and I believe I brought down an entire structure.
Ooh. I do advise against it, my lord, but as I said, it's your coin.
Well, you said there was a way around rather than climbing.
Indeed, there is, my lord. It would add about 2 days' travel, and we'd have to make our way through Septicus's stand. Bit of a dark and haunted wood, as they say.
A little bit.
As much as I don't like the thought of Colette staying there 2 more days or so, I don't like the idea of us falling to our death trying to rescue her, and her never being rescued. So I'd say we take the short path and brave the haunted woods.
Right you are, says Chip. It sounds like you guys are going through the woods and not scaling the wall, which, well, we'll see how that works out.
Yep. I'll go ahead and say a pleasant goodbye to Thor. I've never felt more enlightened, and let's drink again sometime.
He says, this place has not been so lively and entertaining as with you all here. When you leave, you take a bit of the light with you.
And when I return, I'll bring back a bit of the wine.
Hey, wait, you guys are going?
Cheers. Cheers.
What was that, Gar?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, 1 second. I gotta double check something real quick.
No problem. He's like, well, gang. We're in the gang
No,
now.
I said, no, you called me Gar, and I was thinking a second. Wait, no, name. You can call me Address, by the way. I heard you're going?
Yes, we're beginning our long walk around the walls of Calabria.
What was your name again?
I'm just a doctor.
Ah, yeah, cool. Cool guys always use nicknames, right? I guess I'll call you Doc.
Doc?
That would be a first.
Alright, Doc. I got a couple boys together. I heard you said you were doing an operation?
I don't know.
That's what we'll call it now. Doc, operation, get it? I shove you with an elbow.
See, I understand it. It's a play on words, yeah. I have a few of those here. Would you like to use? I put them into my book of ornamency because nobody read it anyway.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, if you guys are doing a job, then, like I said, I got a couple boys together. I think you said something about the Baron. Barons typically have a lot of money.
Well, he is in terrible disrepute and is holding one of our friends hostage. So if you feel the adventurous sort, well, I'd welcome you to come.
Like I said, Barons tend to have a lot of money.
They do.
And my boys here probably like to get paid. I did promise
Yeah.
them money at some point.
One of the drunken boars says, we're an elite team. We need to test our stuff against a worthy adversary.
Yeah. I turn around, I put my arm again on Doc's shoulder, as I have done several times in the past couple of days. Say, what do you think? Give me a snappy nickname for this group. They're an elite team, mind you. Don't mind that one that's drunk in his own, who's passed out in his own vomit. That's just a clever ruse to draw you in.
The Purple Tuskers, because that one has wine still all over his face.
Ah, yes.
It.
Naming them after their species. I mean, don't you think that's a little bit racist?
Well, there's like 50 Tuskers from here to Bruges.
You know what? Let's workshop this on the way.
We've got the time.
They've got
And
the
so-
dime.
And so the journey begins.
Yes. Indeed. I'll cue up the adventure music. So, sorry, my cat is being troublesome. Cat, stop being troublesome.
And then he was.
Yeah. More troublesome. Yeah,
Were you
this is
just
a good
doing
time to
Skyrim
clear the cat. I'm
music?
sorry. What?
Sorry, what?
Oh, Theta, were you just doing Skyrim music?
I guess. Which is whatever the first thing came to my head was. I will point out, though, that I wasn't thinking Skyrim. I was thinking Lord of the Rings, but whatever.
So you're finally awake then.
I mean, at the same time, I could have just done Guile's theme. I hear it goes with everything.
Cat.
I'm sorry, with this cat. I'm trying to be nice because I kicked her out last night. I feel guilty about it, but she is going to just continue being a jerk until I kick her out all the way.
Tell you what, we probably get more viewers if we just kept the camera centered on you trying to fiddle with the cat for the next 50 minutes.
I could open this door and have like a small dog hop into my lab.
I
It'd
hear
be
the
easy.
internet likes cats.
I
Internet,
heard
like-
similar things.
Mine's wandered off.
Okay. All right. So, cat's been kicked out. The Purple Tuskers, I think, is an awesome name, but it's up to you guys to come up with a name for Address's gang. That will be on you.
Yep.
I
In the
mean,
meantime,
I'm not a big fan of using colors. Every gang we've encountered so far has
oh,
been a colored gang, which I
That's because
now don't like
I
hearing me
love-
say out loud.
I know it sounds bad when you say it that
But
way.
it's
Sure,
but it's convention. You either take a name and the location, or you take a name and some specific trait.
Yeah, let's break convention.
and I love. Well, obviously, I named one of my bandit gangs the Chroma Bandits. So obviously, it's a theme that works for me, but it's your gang. You decide. All right. So as you head north, along the well-trod paths, always with the towering palisades and the mountains on your right. Well, actually, not always, because the cliffs, the walls of Calabria, begin to recede. And after about a day's travel, you find yourselves on level ground with the base of this mountain range that can be seen off into the distance. There's snowy white peaks and dark clouds giving a sense of foreboding. But before you can even cross there, you find yourselves at the edge of Septigus' stand, probably in a land full of dark and haunted forests. This is the most famous, the darkest, and most haunted of them all. Chip,
So excited.
Chip will retrieve a small pendant with I don't know, is Chip a luterist? Let's say yes. So it has some sort of tree motif on it, and she whispers some sort of prayer before stepping in, and she warns you all that this is an unholy place. So you best be on your guard. Don't touch anything if you can avoid it. Only forage from by the streams that she indicates. And also keep an eye out, because although this place is haunted, it is not unpeopled. There are those that live here, and they do not take kindly to anyone moving through their woods. So be on guard.
All right. I shall recite a orchamency prayer for us as we go. Why did the rooster cross the road? Wait, wrong page.
Wrong. God damn it. Inspiration.
Yay! Yeah,
Okay.
Ooh, I get to roll twice there.
Exactly. Bonus D12 inspiration dice. So, as we move through here, let's see. I would like to get an endurance roll from the group.
Oh boy.
It's endurance and hiking. If you have hiking, so body, endurance, hiking, and I will also say if you have supernatural, you may include that as well in this roll.
Oh, cool. I get to absorb all the evil energies and move faster.
Everybody wants to have one success. Everyone's looking for a success.
Oh, wait. Did I roll 2d6? Oh, that should be a d6 and a d10. I'll just re-roll that.
Well, Winter and
Okay, it didn't
Aders are
help.
good. Do you want the gang to roll too?
Yeah, we're here.
Alright, 4 guys.
They're nameless
Boars
NPCs.
have
Pick 'em
endurance, and
off.
I think pilgrims do. Yep, pilgrims also have endurance. So, wow, each of them is rolling 3d6.
Okay.
So, first guy, second guy, third guy, fourth guy. Gang's fine.
All made it. Okay. So, as you guys travel through here, first of all, I will say that you still have memories of the sweet-smelling breezes, the warm breezes of the Lutara Grove region, a place that was quite obviously holy ground, and you could sense it, in just the noise of the insects. This wood is decidedly not sacred. Everything is cold. The winds are harsh and cold and seem to come from nowhere. It's the windiest and coldest you've ever seen a forest, which generally has some built-in insulation from like the canopy from the trees and the ground cover, but there's something decidedly hostile and unwelcoming about this. Connor, are you also rolling for your irregulars as well?
Yes.
I was just typing that out. Is that why it took you so long to get to the monastery? Is that you went back for the mercenaries and Potter?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had to go back for Plotter, especially.
Literally, the fight happened around the corner. You just took 2 extra days to get everybody back.
Okay, so, but everyone manages to avoid eating poison berries and keeping on their feet. None of your party are fatigued, and Chip's cautions were taken. You took heed of Chip's cautions, and everyone seems to be doing pretty well in terms of spirits, in terms of keeping their energy up. When you finally cross into it is a clearing that would be bathed in sunlight if not for the ominous cloud cover overhead. But Chip will hold up a hand, halting the party's movements, and she'll say, "I was afraid of this. We've been tracked for, several hours now, and I thought they might just let us pass, but I feel that there's an ambush waiting up ahead. I'm not sure how you wish to proceed," and this seems targeted towards Connor, but also towards Adris, the two noblemen among you.
Who is following us? What sort of ambush is this?
She says, "Well, most like it is the the forest folk. They don't rightly have a proper name, although it's said that they do belong to the barony of this region. They don't pay taxes. Mostly they just like to be let alone, and mostly the Doloro are content to leave them alone. I don't know what it is that they want from us, but it's I imagine there's quite a lot of them. As there's quite a lot of us, it must be a rather large ambush if they're planning something."
And I take it there's no way to go around it. So if we are to proceed and if we are to rescue Colette, we should go forward.
I mean, Chip will give you kind of like a nervous glance, and she'll say, "I mean, we could always go back, my lord. I realize that's not ideal, but, well..."
Of course not. Onward to adventure.
Man.
I'm not afraid
I
of some
personally
haunted
have 5
woods.
fighting men with me. And then there's a doctor and Anushka. They're both seasoned warriors.
Okay. She'll say, "All right then, but perhaps you could let me entreat with them first. Maybe I can arrange a safe passage for the rest of us. Would that..."
I think that would be a great idea.
Yes, we can try
I'd like to go
negotiate.
with you.
As
Okay.
would I have a good hand with such things.
Okay. She nods. She says, "Well, it would be quite gracious of you, my lords. But just let me do the talking, essentially." So the three of you will, the two of you will follow her lead as she walks out into the center of this clearing with her palms raised to the sky, and she will call out in a heavy accent that you have not heard her use before, but you imagine it is probably an accent local to the region, and basically says, "We wish no harm. We're just trying to pass. Please, if you wouldn't mind, we have goods to trade. If you would let us passage through your wood." And there's a moment's silence, and then a gasp A whispered shot of an arrow flies out and pins Chip in the shoulder. Ah!
Oh, wow. Does that draw blood?
Yes, they have drawn first blood.
Oh, wow. Well, they don't want us coming in now, do they?
No.
Now, I guess the question is, are they starting a fight with that?
Well,
Or is this just a message?
we are trespassing.
And that's not something I think you could necessarily figure out on your own. It's a call you're just going to have to make.
Hey, there's a
Based
letter
on
tied to
that.
this arrow in my shoulder.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, the question is, do we, is this what we want to do? Do we want to throw our lives away going into the haunted wood?
I bet it's just some old man wearing a mask.
Well, it's either the haunted woods or the dangerous cliffs.
All right. I will go ahead and pick Chip up and say a few encouraging words, like, there, you've done your best. And the arrow will just plop out.
Oh, nice. I will say that there is like tall grass in this clearing, so you do have like soft cover if you crouch down here.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
crouching.
to imagine that scene then as all my gang members are in the back, even Winter's standing there, but I'm like in the grass. It's like,
Yep, basically. Winters is like, Sir, I urge you to fall back, sir.
What do you
I
think, Sir
heard that.
Connor?
What do you think, Sir Connor?
I think we should, well, as I said, we don't want to deal with those cliffs because that's almost guaranteed deadly. At least this our skill of arms may see is through.
Then
So,
I leave it to you, Sir Connor. Stand up and charge.
Charge!
Yep.
wait. Connor!
This time I will run.
Connor!
Yes.
Whispering from the bushes. Connor! There's a word that we use where I come from that perhaps you would like to use now, and it might save some lives.
It wouldn't be retreat, would it?
No, I would already have done that. Also, you wouldn't do it. You wouldn't shout it. You would just do it. Perhaps ask for a parlay.
Parlay.
Parlay?
Yeah, so
Damn to
call
the
for parlay.
depth, whatever muttonhead invented parlay.
So, let's throw out some negotiation dice here and see if they'll even listen to any sort of reason. They've already
Yes.
shot Sly for that, but Connor's harder to shoot, so let's do it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, assist.
Okay. Shoop.
Right if I assist?
Yeah, I think
Yes,
it would
please.
be suitable. If you guys want to drop tokens here, yep, in the center there looks good. And I'm gonna drop some foresty tokens around here.
And I'm going to assume they don't care about my nobility.
So that's a D8 for me.
I don't think so.
I like to claim rote on the assist and give you a D8.
Probably not dealing with women, so 2 successes. One of them's at 5 and an 8. Holy shit, Anuska's been drinking her milk.
Mhm. Okay. Yeah,
The fiends, they brought their trees.
I know.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I heard a bunch of noise outside my door. I don't know if I'm nervous, but bunch of noise outside my door. I was like, my dog is sick all the time now. She's old. I thought that's what
Oh.
it was, so I was checking. My cat has a bird trapped in my bathroom.
Oh no!
She dragged a
dude.
bird in, and
Wow.
it's in my bathroom. It's like, you know what? Fuck that. I just closed the door. I'll deal with this after the game.
Oh boy, fun
Okay.
times
I
over
don't
there.
know how to handle it. No, it's not like a dead bird. Bird's flapping around. My cat's going after it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. You sure you don't need to take care of that now? You can if you need to.
Yeah, well, yeah. Okay, if anything happens, my gang is in the back. And whenever I figure out how the hell to deal with a live bird flying around, I'll be
Yeah,
back for it.
I gotcha. Okay, cool.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, that is a crazy situation. Okay. So yes. So Connor got an assist. He got an 8 and a 5. And the negotiation, what is it that you are trying to say? You just want to parlay. You just want to open up.
We just
You don't
wish to
want
pass through these lands. We don't want any trouble.
Okay. We're
I
going
don't
to
know
roll.
what else to say to sweeten that deal, but that is what we're.
I
we're
have
just gonna
lots of
go
money
for.
and no weapons. Look.
Yeah. Okay, these guys are not particularly like master negotiators. They're going to roll 2d6, but I'm going to give them also a d10 because they hate outsiders and they have you surrounded. So 2d6 and a d10. All right. Oh, but you got an 8. Okay. You can almost hear the tightening of bowstrings from these two from this tree line to the north. But there is a pause and no more arrows come. And then one, this is why I never use multiple layers, by the way, is because I hate having to switch between them.
Yeah.
It's a pain. Boom. And now I got to switch the layer again. Yes. So one boar woman emerges from the underbrush. She's wearing clothes that are certainly supposed to be camouflaged. They're not any colors of the Doloro or any kind of they don't carry any dyes or markings that would be identifiable as like gang markings or anything. They're simply just browns and tans and grays that look to be some sort of like a camouflage so that they can disappear into the forest. And she will shout to you. She says, "This is our forest, and passage is not free through these lands. What is it that you would pay us for safe passage?"
Well, wouldn't you know it? I have a lot of noted weed here.
You just hold up the brick of noted weed.
That's the
I have
smartest
2
thing you
bricks now.
ever said.
That and
We've
we've
got
already
noted
paid in
weed.
blood.
Are we going with that? Is that really happening?
Well, that is the first thing we have to barter.
Uh,
I mean, how much noted weed is it? Like, how much monetarily?
Good question. Let me go pull up the book real quick. I have 2 bricks of it.
The bricks are what, an eighth of a stone. That's still a few pounds.
Yeah, but what's their money worth? I'm just finding where my books are real quick because I hadn't opened it up today. All right,
I think
call
7.5 per brick.
omnibus. Open that up. Loaded. And let's switch to page 99. Go down a little bit. And noted weed should be right here. Consumables. Noted weed is 7.5 dinar per brick.
okay, so 14 dinar. Yeah, she doesn't seem interested. She's like, we care not for your we care not for your weed or for your money. But we'll relieve you of any rations that you may be carrying and any food or potable water.
Oh, if it's rations that you want, then I have a great supply of it, and I will trade you that for our safe passage.
Okay, Chip is on the ground at your feet, and she grabs at the hem of your cloak, your robe,
Mhm.
and like shakes her head like,
You must
She'll-
leave us some.
hiss, we need that to make it through. There's little forage enough here in the woods, but in the mountains,
Oh, I
it's
know.
only what we can hunt.
But I've brought extra, so I'm hoping perhaps I can sate them. And this would be the point where we negotiate to see exactly how much we need to give up.
Yeah. This would be a good use for the haggling gift.
But if only I had it.
If only. Okay.
So right now I got a brain, I got negotiation, and I smell really nice. So
I'm
that's
Alright.
three
willing
so
to
far.
assist you.
I think they might have to be closer to really gain the benefits of your general beneficent odor.
Well, if we're negotiating in good faith and they come down here to talk with us, then that would be the context for it. I'm not sure it said
Okay.
it had a range necessarily. Like, they could easily track me just because I smell so nice.
That's true. We're also dealing with animals. We generally have a better
Well, with
sense of
senses,
these
Yeah,
kinds
they're a
of
bunch of
things.
wolves. They would definitely have sense.
They're
Yeah.
boars. They're boars. But let's see. I had just had the boar page
Oh,
up.
they definitely
I
have.
mean, that's a good reason to have the whole census thing. By the way,
No.
I got the bird.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. well
Opened
done.
up every window door I could find, and in fact, I just caught it with a towel, so it was good.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. That's a happy ending to a story that was not necessarily going to end happily. So, well done.
Yeah, I guess my cat's
I'm just
going
looking to see
crazy.
if I had any other gifts, and the answer is, not really.
Gotcha.
So I just need that assistance from Connor,
If I
and I
can't
suppose
do
Anishka,
it,
if you are involved in the negotiation as well.
I would have to be because I can't. I mean, I would vote for peace before murder.
All right,
so.
Connor's not helping out very much here.
I mean,
He
I'm
did
still
say that this
on
was a
field. I
woman.
could shout stuff.
I think you're explicitly not putting yourself in danger, so I think that might mean you
Yeah, I
can't.
put myself behind the gang and so I keep shouting stuff.
Yeah, I think unless you're in the crossfire out here.
Yeah, I'm on the map.
Yeah, that's
are
a
on the
D8
map.
from a D8 from me. Still not a team player after all this time.
Wow, what a
You want to
what a
reconsider
set
that
of
not
rolls.
taking my aid?
Hold up though, but I do have a knack reroll.
Yes.
You'll want to use
Oh, is
that.
the time to do it?
Reroll all those dice.
Well, it started
7.
with a 2, but at least we have
Less-
2 success now with a 7 high.
Less
I
shitty.
also have a knack. Would you like another success?
Yeah, if you want to use yours to give me another die, sure.
Oh, no, you already assisted.
He
And I
attempted
failed.
to assist and failed.
Oh yeah, you can use your knack on the assist. I also have knack with negotiation, but I succeeded.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so we've got up to 3 now, but our high is 7 if this is opposed.
Yeah, I should have
It
taken
is
the lead on
opposed.
this. I have a knack for negotiation with criminal.
Gosh, this is so many D8s for negotiation now. Everyone loves
Specialty.
it.
So it all comes down to one die basically because they're D6s. But again, they have the high ground, the ambush, and it's their woods, and they don't like outsiders. So we're rolling against a D10. Let's see what happens.
Mhm.
Okay. You handily beat that. So they're willing to talk, and I'm gonna say that they. So do we have? We probably haven't decided exactly how many rations you guys are carrying with you. I know
Well,
that.
Yeah, I've
Doc-
already purchased ones beforehand for the
Yeah.
trip. I also have excessive amounts of them. Could I go ahead and say I will give them 11 herbivore and 6 carnivore meals? That would be everything I have that isn't just necessary for traveling.
So this would be like your entire stores on top of what you got, right?
Mhm.
What would your total successes be versus a 2? You would have 3 successes. I think yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 successes. Okay. I'll say that this seems to please them well enough that but they'll want all of your rations. So it's all of your above and beyond rations. And I'll
Okay.
say that in this sense, you guys still have enough rations to keep going. You have enough rations to cover food for everyone if you drop 3 irregulars from your total party. You guys could decide which irregulars you would want to drop, or you could press on and just be a little bit under rationed, and then you would either have to forage for extra food or make some extra rolls to see if people start getting fatigued or sick. But that is a peaceable compromise, right?
Yeah, I mean, we are trespassing.
Yes. What is her name? Almasan?
Amalsan?
Almasan.
Lady Amalsan?
The Lady Almasan,
We found her.
noted necromancer. No. Almasan will send several of her men down to take your rations from you, and she'll say, "We'll give you a day and a night to leave our forest, and if it's not our arrows that you need fear, but there are many things that would gladly kill and eat you here."
Well, I'm glad at least you're not amongst them. Here, take a checkbook. On the house.
She's gonna take the chapbook and then she's gonna take a bite out of it, and then realizing that it is not edible, she's going to spit it on the ground. And yes, and then turn and leave.
Well, it's a brand new way for people to enjoy it, I have to say. Very avant-garde.
Damn, you're just so damn positive. Okay. All right then. So, I think that will get us through the forest for the most part.
As long as we don't get eaten.
Yeah, you guys were not eaten by boar. And you did not succumb to the lack of the perilous unholy forage of this place, so that's good too. Chip seems to breathe a sigh of relief. Oh yeah, she got hurt.
I have healed her, and
yes,
with prayer.
With prayer.
Rousing positive statements.
She's I did not realize that you were a holy man, doctor.
I just look down the white robes, the electrum staff, and go, I kind of hide it very well, don't I?
She shrugs. She says, all kinds of folk claim to be healers and be religious and pious, but you don't see many that actually perform miracles, is all I'm saying.
I suppose that's fair. But it's the least I could do for putting yourself out there like that. I thank you.
She nods. Well, don't thank me just yet, because we're not quite at our destination. However, she does seem to breathe a little bit easier as the stony trees give way to the snow-covered hills and mountains. She says, ahead of us, you can expect bad weather and bad forage, and raiders that make those boar folk of the forest look like friendly deacons by comparison, but I believe that we'll make it. I have good faith in us. Okay. And at this point, we're running low on time, but let's do one more roll.
Okay.
To represent crossing through the mountainous region, and doing so with less rations than are required, unless you guys wanted to dismiss some of your irregulars at this point.
In the wilderness.
Yeah. Thank them for coming onto the wilderness with you, and let them go into the darkness and see what happens.
Yeah. Hey, Hezekiah the Woe? It's been nice knowing you. Get the fuck out.
Just you are the weakest link. goodbye.
Of the names that I rolled, hers is the one that jumps out to me the most. Hezekiah
Yeah.
the Woe. Doloro
Ezekiel the
names.
Woe is pretty good.
I also like Big Adam. Spelled with an E, by the way. Big Adam.
You see these. I like that. Dodgy Alessandro is pretty good also.
That was a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
How many successes are we saying? Or what number?
Oh, so this is a little bit rougher. So this is going to be another body and endurance, but we want 5s or better.
Okay, so
for this one.
Winter and Adris are good. You're good. You're good. You're good. How many do I have left? It's 3, one more. Ah! Hezekiah, you were the Woe!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm doing pretty okay this time.
Hezekiah starves to death. Woe was her.
Yeah, let's see. I think. So what I kind of want to do here, and again, these are, so I don't feel that bad about it. I think the low roller.
Breaks
I
an
think
ankle.
the low roller doesn't make it. Yeah.
Not
Let me
Leonard.
see.
No.
It might be Leonard. I think
Oh, yeah.
Leonard might succumb to frostbite. Poor Leonard. Okay, so
how
anyone
do
who
you
couldn't
tell-
score at least a 5.
So how do you tell the lowest roller between Leonard and Delani?
Where's Delon?
Delani's a 2-4. Leonard's a 3-3.
Um,
Those both equal 6.
3-3 is the lower roller because you have
yeah.
Alani is a 4 and Leonard is a 3. That makes
Yeah, if you
Leonard a
count the
lower roller.
hires. I think Leonard is the lowest. So I think we
So-
lose Leonard. Poor Leonard.
Well, can anyone help Leonard? I'm looking at the doctor.
Well, maybe. What's in it for me?
Wow.
I mean, if we're talking about
No, I'm,
splitting up dice, using one of your dice to help somebody else, you have 3 successes. in
Yeah,
this game.
sometimes you have the rule.
Oh, no,
can
you only
burn
have
one of
1.
your-
Never mind.
I guess more specifically, if I had one of my 6s support him, then
Yeah,
I would still
I mean,
have a 6.
You got 2 I would normally step in to help, but I barely passed.
Yeah, and I, Adris, have 2 successes, so I'll put that one on to Hezekiah.
So the doctor will literally help carry Leonard on his shoulder.
See him faltering because we're not bastards.
I like it. Okay. Yeah, he's weak from hunger. So he would have succumbed to the elements basically as the
So,
low roller.
All this does is give Leonard a bonus D8 each time we burn one of these, so he still might not make it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess make another roll.
Ow.
Thanks. Okay. That does not look good for Leonard.
All right, I can't let Leonard fall behind. You have to, never give up that ship, Leonard. I'm going to tap my personality.
Ooh, okay.
It was 5s or better, right?
That gives me a second success. I'm effervescent. So even though it's freezing outside, I can have us all sing a nursery rhyme and become incredibly saccharine. I'm playing a character against type. And then I will burn one of my successes to go ahead and have Leonard feel the warmth inside.
He failed again anyway, so it's great.
Yeah,
No,
Connor
I rolled
for it.
eight.
No, Connor rolled before you finished your sentence,
rolled
and Connor
for
rolled a 1.
Oh,
Roll
well,
the
then-
one.
But
So
if it's 5s or better, then Big Adam had 2 successes, so Big Adam will now burn 1 to help Hezekiah.
Because we can't abandon him in the middle of nowhere. He'll die.
God damn it.
This guy
Connor?
is marked for
Your
death.
luck
Leonard,
is
have you
rolling
just
off.
been eating all of the rations?
Connor got a reroll for Leonard. Connor rolled a 1. I got a reroll for Hezekiah. I roll a 1. These people are destined to die.
They're not gonna make it. So
You know what?
here's
Okay.
the other thing too.
I'm going to roll my personality to try and save Hezekiah because my personality is proud, and I'm proud of my gang. I just formed them.
And
This wasn't
I
even
was
the thing
gonna
I
give
wanted
one-
you guys to roll for, but okay.
So I'll roll for the
let's do
endurance
it.
roll, which I think is what we have to do to burn that. So okay, I got the endurance roll, which now goes to Hezekiah as a D8. There we go. Hezekiah's good.
Oh my god. Okay.
And Connor's going to try to give one of his aids to Leonard to see if he can survive.
Well, so here's the real thing.
Feeling.
I think he's survived, unless there was someone. Not... Yeah, who was the low roller? Was Leonard?
Leonard still.
Right,
So
I
that
was
was just-
burning for Hezekiah because if Leonard saved,
Yeah.
Hezekiah would die. No, Hezekiah's in the clear now.
This is the real thing that I was gonna do, and then we got kind of sidetracked here. Was that anyone who didn't make a 5 on their roll is going to get fatigue from the stress of the journey, which I think is most of the irregulars. It looks like actually not.
No, everyone's passed except for Leonard. That's why you said you didn't care that it was an irregular. That's why you said they died or something.
Well, no. So the low roller was gonna die, but Delani, I think all of Connor's irregulars, none of them passed a 5.
Oh, all of my people passed.
I think all of your people did pass. They're rolling 3 dice though.
Yeah, they're boars and they're pilgrims, and they have body dice.
Okay, there you go.
Pilgrims have
That
endurance,
follows.
boars have endurance, body dice. It's 3 dice.
Nice, cool. Okay. In that case, then I think that Connor, your irregulars are fatigued from the stress of the journey, but boars are built tough to last long. So, yeah, and all of you guys made looks like 6s on pretty much everything. Even after burning to try to help out Leonard, you still get your successes and you still manage to get by without suffering any fatigue.
Woo!
But did Leonard die? Did we all sacrifice for Leonard? Did he die?
Yes, he died.
No, I
even
think he
Connor
did.
It's
sacrificed
fatigue.
for him when he died.
No, you guys burned a lot of successes. I think the last one, I think the personality die that you expended, Adris, kept him going.
No, I was burning for Hezekiah. All of Connor's shit for
saving his-
Leonard failed. He got a 1, a 2, and what was the other one?
Another 2.
Oh, damn. Okay.
If you add them all together, though,
So fatigue is what he gets.
Well, I'm kind of confused now. If you guys were burning that to keep him alive, then I think
everybody
he's
burned
dead.
it, but every time he rolled an additional endurance die, it came out less than 3.
Yeah, then I think he's just dead. And that's the low roller penalty. This
Well,
is a harsh environment.
I think what would actually happen is he's too weak to travel, and I would suggest that he probably doesn't die instantly because he didn't botch. But on the other hand, he becomes so sick that he can't travel. So now we have to make a decision. Do we abandon him here in the wilderness?
Hey,
Yeah,
Doc, I heard
Dr.
Leonard has
Party.
dysentery.
Right, Leonard's got dysentery. Do we abandon him here in the forsaken wilderness in the middle of a freezing blizzard? Or do we wait here for him to get better? Or, and the third option, which I have to point out, we could leave some people behind to nurse him back to health, and the rest of us go on. We do have irregulars. So we could abandon Leonard and some other people to take care of him and keep going on, which is what I would suggest.
It's a good compromise, but they're not my irregulars. Up to you guys.
Right.
You're not going to find many irregulars out here, at least
I mean,
in Winter Ridge.
it's an off cost, and who knows if Leonard's going to get any better or not. I mean, is any of the irregulars or any of them doctors or woodsmen?
Mine are all soldiers.
Pilgrims.
Soldiers and pilgrims. Well, do any of them have academics?
Yeah, actually, we have first aid kits. All pilgrims come with first aid kits.
Well,
We have a
but
doctor. Wait, we have a doctor.
Right. Well, right.
Do
Well,
you have the healing thing?
Yes. I'm just
but-
waiting.
but, I mean, he's all right. He's got the healing thing, but the trick is, in order to heal frostbite, you need at least 3 successes, and that is incredibly hard to get.
Well, this is also this is also the result of lack of rations too. So I don't think you can
Also a
cure
lack of
hunger.
food.
Or
He's
I don't
also
think it can
garbage.
magic away frostbite.
What I would suggest is that because we need to move on. Well, guys, we have to make. I mean, first of all, do we just want to abandon Leonard in the wilderness? I'm guessing everyone says no to that, right?
I get the feel we all want him to live now.
Well, 1 or 2 of the pilgrims would probably stay here, make a shelter, and see he gets better, while the rest of us move on.
I don't know. My pilgrims are all 1, dodgy. So dodgy, in fact, they got nicknamed. 2, drunkards that went on this trip with me.
I mean, that's what in other words, so yes, we do want to abandon him here in the wilderness. All right.
I mean, I don't, but he's not my guy.
I
I'm
mean,
proud of my guys.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave Anton with him.
And even though you guys are drunkards, they might, still want. But we can leave the soldiers with
I
him.
flipped a coin in my head and I came up. These are not the good people that you think they are.
Yep.
Well,
So
once
Connor says
again,
he's
I
leaving
get
Anton with him, and that should be good at least. So we don't leave a person to die, but we do leave 2 people behind.
Consequently,
Okay.
looking up the stuff, they also have hiking, so they should have been rolling 4 dice, one of those being a D12. I don't think the woe
Damn.
was in any danger.
Whoops.
They also have piety, so if you ever need to heal anybody, Doc.
Oh shit! My dudes all have hiking. They're horses.
Roll 1 more D12 and see if he actually does make it.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe that'll just solve this.
Waiting for that Potter-style red one to show up.
Everyone's like, this is a combat game. It's like, no, it's action. We're in the high mountains.
It's an
Barely easy to
inventory
survive.
management game. We all know this.
Yeah, this is gonna be in the same order as the list above.
Well, that Leonard had
Wow.
a 1 then. I called it Potter-style red one. I guess,
Yeah,
though,
but
if
it
any
means
of
that
your
you're-
other gang members or your other regular members had the 11 and 10 and had other successes, Leonard's fine. How about we just say Leonard's fine and move on?
I don't know what's so hard about leave a guy behind with him, but okay.
Well, no, it's not. There's no problem with leaving a guy behind. You just keep saying, hey, why don't you leave another guy behind with that other guy you're leaving behind? It's like, no, I don't want to keep duplicating people being left behind.
Connor's already made a decision, though, right?
How about we just slit his throat in his sleep, put him out of his misery, and we'll move on?
There you go. Mercy killing. Well, we're out of time, basically. So, the last thing that I heard that I think made sense to me was you guys leave a dude with Leonard. You're down 2 irregulars. Connor, because your guys had hiking and you got 2 more successes, your dudes don't have to be fatigued. You can hold on to them. They're sturdy. You guys think that the humane thing to do is to leave them there to recover. You find a little bit of shelter and you set them up with all the supplies that you can spare, and you press forward. Chip tells you that it's not going to be long now before you reach this outpost called White Ridge, which is the town in which the Baron resides. It's nearby the Grimarte mine. It's actually sort of like the closest mining town to that mine, and so yes, and that you should be there soon. Obviously, it's going to take another day at least, because traveling through the mountains takes a lot longer than just walking over the plains. But as we're wrapping things up, I'll leave a little bit of a cliffhanger. You come across in a snowy drift in a valley between 2 peaks. You find what appears to be a goat child. A boy probably of between 6 and 10, sky-clad except for a tattered sort of scarf or shawl. He seems to be shivering and bleating weakly. And as you approach, you realize that this shawl carries the markings of of Chevernace embroidery on it.
Ooh.
Only Theda's gonna understand this joke, but can I come with you?
We're adopting another regular, everybody.
I mean, I'm assuming it's
Lose
a
one,
Screamers reference.
gain 1. We'll
It
see.
is.
All right.
We'll find out next week. Thank you for joining. So, before we sign off, let's go around and talk about our characters and our goals.
I've
And
accomplished a goal.
Yeah, what was Adris's goal?
Form a gang.
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
We'll give it to you because, I mean, no one could say they're not a gang.
In fact, I recruited them on the premise that they would be a gang.
Yeah, you guys haven't really like stolen or anything, but
We're on our way.
really,
Literally, this is our first job. Our operation, as the doc would call it.
there you go. Okay. So tell us about Adris. What is Adris's motto?
Adris's motto is by strength and guile.
Ah, I like it. Okay, cool.
Person
He definitely would
I'm
be.
a gorilla dilettante. I have never pronounced that word once right in my life.
I think it's dilettante, but you're close. Yeah.
A dilettante, as we call it where I come from.
Where I come from in the Isle of Oravik. Okay, cool.
Can I suggest a gift, perhaps?
Sure.
Could I convince you on the seduction?
That's very interesting, but I like it. I don't think we have any seductors in the group, so yes, we can do that.
Just ignoring the doctor there, I see.
Wow. Sorry.
I know
Josh.
somebody. I know somebody in this group has a specific favorite use with the women, but I thought that was Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Connor has a way
Yes.
with negotiating with the ladies, but it's not seduction. It's literally just favorite use. He likes talking to the ladies. Okay, cool. Well, I think everyone is happy to make the acquaintance of Adris. I'm very excited to see what happens, and his manservant Winter. Good stuff. Adris Gar.
Oh yeah, I should probably lay that one out there. Winter, the Ox Witchfinder.
Oh,
Ooh.
cool.
He's my manservant, but he's been brought out here in the off chance that maybe that power he's got will keep Adris alive.
I like it. Winter looks like a badass. I'm on board. I love the art. Okay.
All right.
Next up, we've got Arkloyd playing Connor.
Yes, a Mark Lloyd that played Connor Lavera de Egravis, the Brazen Raccoon Knight, whose motto is "One hand washes the other." Running from a fight, I don't know if that counts as one hand washing the other, and he could have run in there with Harmon, but didn't. So I do feel bad about that.
Okay, well, you could take the XP penalty if you think that it wasn't playing to his life goals, his motto. That is up to you. Next we've got Griffin.
Yep, the doctor's motto is first do no harm, second get paid. Oh boy, I had a lot of wine today for free.
Yeah, that's kind of a payment. Okay. Lastly, we've got Rafferty playing Anushka.
I know no fear and I serve with joy. I did part of my heart sinks from the Harmon, but yeah, because I was about to say maybe I should stay behind and hang out with this guy to make sure he doesn't get frostbite. But we eventually solved that. So yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'd say so too. Okay, well, it's one experience point for hanging out today. For coming. I want to say thank you to Rafferty for helping so much with the prep of the combat and with running the combat. It was very educational. I appreciate that.
Hey, I'm here to have fun.
Oh, we're
And
going to change
to-
the wording of that other goal now?
Yeah. We'll change the wording from inform Colette of Harmon's that Harmon is alive. Yes, to rescue Colette from the Baron, I think. From captivity, whatever makes sense to you guys. Yeah, and looking forward to next week.
Yep. Until next time, everybody. See ya.
Later.
See y'all.